Hi guys, welcome to Fix This House, Window Edition. Today our project is to replace these basement windows in this 100-year-old home. And I'm going to show you a way to do it that's economical and effective and will save you literally thousands of dollars. I know, because I got a price quote from a local window installer. And if you want to save some money and do it yourself, stay tuned and I'm going to show you how we're going to go about doing it. Let me finish my coffee and we'll get started. We are going to use a product I got at Lowe's. This is the Reliabuilt 32 by 24 vinyl basement slider window. These are $118 a piece. I'll need to use 2 of them in that opening once we remove the old windows. And I'm going to have to do some things that may seem a little bit unconventional. It's about getting the job done. It's not an easy in and out, lick 'em and stick 'em, plug and play installation, but it can be done, and I think it's going to be look really nice. In fact, I know it is because I've already done a few. Take a look. Not bad, huh? So we're going from that to this. So it's turning out really nicely, and I'm going to show you some tricks and tips on how to do it. You might have to adapt it for your situation. We'll go inside the basement and I'll show you what it looks like from in there, and then we'll get started in removing those old windows there. Well, here's a look at the windows we'll be replacing. I don't know if they're original to the house, but I'm going to guess they are. And when we're done, we're going to have something that looks like this. Really nice. I'm really happy the way it opens it up. Makes it look in here. You know, I can trim it out here on the inside at a future date, but we're going to show you today the basic installation for these basement slider windows. Well, first we got to start with the dirty work. Let's get rid of these guys. All right, let the fun begin. Oh wow, I found a nickel. Making money already. Bad. That's pretty good. All right. Okay, mi cariño. All right. All right, so our old windows are out. I've opened it up, and you can see that at some point in the history of this home, the old wooden sill from those windows was replaced with this concrete sill, which I'm happy about, and I'm going to make use of it. You can see they cut it there and kind of built a concrete sill. I'm okay with that. I'm going to patch a couple of the holes on either end and also the one in the middle. And that's going to be my next step, and then I'll probably grab some lunch while that concrete sets up. Okay, so there we're looking at the sill. Now, as I was mentioning, it appears that at some point in the history of this home, they cut out the wooden rotted sill that was here and replaced it with this one of concrete while not changing out the window. And I'm happy to have that. I've patched it with some concrete on the end and in the middle where the center post had been, and then down at that end. And I use some fast setting concrete. I'm going to eat lunch while it dries. None of that's going to be visible. I'm going to put a board over that, as you'll see after I take a little break for my lunch. But our opening is 64.5 inches, which is just what we're going to need. And yeah, so we're making good progress here. All right, it's time to repair our wood for the base. And I'm using 2x6 pressure treated lumber. And I'm cutting it 64.5 inches long, because that's the width of our opening. I may have to notch out the backmost corners, but we'll see. Now, another thing that I'm going to do, let's see. Now, before I install this board on our base, I'm going to measure back 2 1/4 inches . And I'm going to set my circular saw to 3/4 inch depth, and I'm going to draw a line and cut a groove the whole length of the board. 3/4 inch deep, 2 1/4 inches back. And I'll explain why I'm doing that in a little bit. Alright, I've got my circular saw blade depth set at 3/4 inch, and I want to just cut a channel down the length of this board. Move this guy out of the way. Alright, very good. That's an important part of our installation technique this time around, and I'll explain why when we get over there. Alright, so we're ready to put this base in, and I'm going to, I notched out the corners here so it would fit better where that second line of bricks comes in. It's going to slide right up in there. And then I'm going to use some 2 1/2 inch masonry nails to secure it to this plate. Hopefully that works. If not, we'll have to come up with another plan. Now before I do that, I want to put down some construction adhesive underneath. Just for a little extra adhesion. Alright, so let's slide this guy in. I think right like that. Alright. That's tough. We'll try something else. These are a little bit shorter, less prone to bend, I think. Oh yeah, pretty tough. Yeah. It's the best I can do. It's a left-handed hammer. Alright, so we nailed down our base plate and we're checking for level. It's pretty darn good. You see that? Alright. Yeah. Alright, so now it's time to go and prepare the windows. Alright, so I had mentioned I had to do a few things that were a little unconventional, and this is where that begins. These windows have a 3/4 inch border around it for securing it. But at 32 inches, two of them is 64, I only have an opening of 64.5. So along this right side, on the window on the right, I got to cut off this extra section right here. On the window on the left, I'll cut off the left edge because I need to be able to push this window right up against the brick as close as I can get it. So I'm going to cut this little wing off. I'm going to do that with the angle grinder and prepare the window in that fashion. Alright, I'm also going to cut off this top corner in the middle where the two windows will meet. Alright, I'm going to fashion the other window in the same way, except I'll cut off the left side and then we'll be about ready to fit these into place. Alright, the time's come to set these windows in place. It's a little tricky as compared to the previous ones, because with our concrete sill plus the wood, the 2x6, they don't have as much clearance at the top, so this hangs down a little bit before you get to that header. Anyway, we'll give it our best shot. I'm going to put some construction adhesive in that groove. Just the one for now. And we'll see if we can set that first window in place. As I said, because I had less room here at the top, I also trimmed off this top piece too, but that's okay. It's not going to be a problem. Slide him in there. Alright, so it can't fall back in because that other row of bricks holds it in place, so we're okay there. And I've got the level, and we'll set the level after we have both windows in and put our piece across the top to secure it. Alright, the other window, I think I'm gonna have to put in from inside the house. Keep my fingers crossed that I can actually get it to go in. All right, wish me luck. Alright, I got both windows set in place. It was a little bit of a fight because of the tight clearances that we're working with here, but it eventually dropped down into the channel that we cut in that 2x6 really nicely. It's nice and snug against the left side and the right side. And now we got to secure it at the top on both the inside and the outside of the house, and we're going to start inside. Okay, so we're in well here, and we've got about 3/4 of an inch at the top, and got a nice thick wooden header here, and we can put a piece of wood up here, and we'll level off the windows and make sure it's in nice and good. Boy, that's tough. All right, we'll be okay. And yeah, I'll put this in on this side, and then we'll go outside and do a similar thing on the outside, and then these windows will be secured. Okay, so here on the outside, I've got a piece of wood. I cut it 3/4 inches by 3/4 inches, and hopefully it's the right length. Good. And I'm going to use the pneumatic nailer to secure it in place. Yeah, it's a little hard to see. All right, I think that'll do it. Okay. All right. So, we're level, we're secured. Have a few more things to do. And one of which is, I got some wood that I'm going to put in there. Fill that gap a little bit. I'm going to do that on the outside and the inside. And that's going to be it, except for using some sealants and some caulk to secure it in and make it nice and airtight. All right. Let's put some adhesive back there. That's not bad. And I'm going to put a second one in. All right, that's good. And later we'll caulk these. That'll be nice. Well, about all that remains here is to do some caulking and sealing. And do across the bottom here, I'm only going to point out you don't want to put any caulk in these holes here. These are weep holes where the water that might get back in there needs to be able to come out. So don't fill that with caulk. I need my glasses. All right. That's pretty good. Need to get me a rag. But that's the idea with the caulking. And also do along the sides there. And that'll be all we need to do. That's pretty good. All right. Okay, that's not bad. Well, that's it. Project's done. So, replaced these today, and 2 days ago I did the others all along this side of the house. And let's see, those windows were $118 a piece, so $236. Plus some lumber and some caulk and some sealant, some hardware, incidentals like that. But I know that I've saved myself a whole lot of money, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out. And yeah, we had to improvise a little bit with some less than conventional methodology, but I think in the end you got to do what you got to do to get it to work, and that's what we did. So I would appreciate your comments and questions, even your criticisms if you have them, and you can present them in a respectful way. I'd be happy to consider those also. Hopefully this has encouraged and inspired you that you can save some money and do it yourself. So thanks for watching Fix This House, and I will look forward to seeing you on our next video. Bye-bye.